T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Lady Chann! Fight!
Yo, hey girl, it's Lady Chann, rep nonetheless, and welcome with who? Come watch with Shan, the weekly wrap-up show. What up, though? Ding, 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 ding. Sorry, I'm all out of sorts. All out of sorts, I am. But yeah, just making sure I'll make sure everything remains raw. So yeah, okie dokes, we are in the building. Oh, sorry for, I guess you're bored of it, like, forget the apologies, girl, tardy behaviour. But I'm always going to be, I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Yeah, so I'm always here, I'm always in the building. Woo! Okie doke. So let's get my co-host on while I do all the, and then I'll do the members only roll call like after at the end of the sugary show. Okay, so I'm introducing, introducing. It's Kenny Ken in the Buddhism. Ding, 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 ding. What up, Joe? What up, Ken? What's up?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm here. We've got some bits to talk about, haven't we? We ain't got AJ today.
Definitely. There's been some announcements.
Yeah,
we've got some announcements in the boxing world. We're finally going to get some decent fights, hopefully.
I know.
And it's been...
Yeah, we are gonna. Is it me? I can't do the how it looks, because it's mirrored. Okay, so what way do you pull it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because it's mirrored and always on the wrong side. I never get the side. Yeah, we've got. So let's while we give the audience what we're going to talk about. So let's talk about what we're going to. Let me put on the banner. She is I and I am her. Oh, what can I change on the? Should I just create a banner? Okay, cool. Create a banner. So we're going to talk about Joshua and Wilder. Wilder fight in 2024. Who knows at this stage? Who knows? Crawford stripped of IBF. Fair or not? Dun, dun, dun. The weekly wrap-up shiggity show. Hang on, nearly there, Ken, nearly there. The weekly wrap-up show. Wrap-up show. I know everyone jumps on these on Sundays because a lot of people do Sunday shows. I don't unless I'm sometimes interviewing, unless it's got to be really some hot shit. We're a vibe. If it's that type of Busta Rhymes iconic shit, then maybe I will jump on a Sunday. But, there's been a couple of Sundays that I was like, oh, let me jump on Sunday and I will jump on. No, not this. I know. I just, sometimes it's just like, let's see what happens on the Monday. Do you know what I mean, Kelly Ken? So, okay, so just remind people where we at. We at the weekly wrap-up shiggity what? That's right. Okay. Also, actually, I need to make sure I turned that up a little bit, and then it was feeding back. So let's go, Kenny Ken. Let's so the Saudis are giving us, they're trying to give us what? Do you reckon they're trying to give us a Don King card?
No, I don't think they're trying to give us a Don King card. I think what's happened is that, they've got a spare date on the 23rd of December. So I don't think that a fight between Joshua and Wilder is realistic. But what they have offered us is something that I think would be acceptable to a lot of boxing fans, because what I'm hearing is that Joshua's going to fight Otto Wallin, like the Southpaw, and that Judge Parker's penciled to fight Deontay Wilder. So as far as I'm concerned, they're acceptable fights. Otto Wallin, fought Tyson a few years back. Obviously,
He
cut
did.
Tyson 3-1 unanimous points. And Judge Parker's a former world heavyweight champion. He lost on points to Anthony Joshua, and I think, and then he had that barnstorm with Dylan White. I think he left it too late. Dylan White was well ahead on points, and it's just ran out of time to engulf that. And then he's fought
Chisora twice.
What's that?
He's had a Derek Chisora twice as well, hasn't he?
Twice, and also he's fought Joyce, which probably was Joe Joyce's best performance last year. So,
yeah.
I think boxing fans would be very interested in those sort of fights, because they're no mugs. And I think, we have to have some sort of fights before, because, I think it was unrealistic to pencil in Tyson Fury and Usyk, for simple reasons that, Tyson Fury had a fight with Ngannou.
Right.
As unrealistic as his offer for Anthony Joshua last year, his offer to fight Usyk was very unrealistic. So, boxing fans need to use their common sense. It's too dangerous for fighters to fight, after just under 3 months. It's not realistic. So this is a lot better, because
say it. Why Frank going around? Me and Tyson, we're ready for the 23rd. Me and Tyson, and you're not ready.
He will say
trouble with Arno. You should never have said it in the fucking first place. How about that?
Well, they will say it in the first place, because simple reasons that, at the end of the day, they're all in it together. It's a scam. People need to be paid. People need to earn money. TalkSport, which is now, like, I consider, now that Sky's gone, is nowhere box. I think I consider TalkSport to be the mouthpiece of boxing in this country. So TalkSport need these kind of stories. They need Frank going on in the wild to say, 23rd of December is realistic. Just like they need Eddie Hearn to do that. So, people get paid, and obviously people in your industry as well, they need something to talk about as well. And at the end of the day, what sells, two things that sell in terms of, like, boxing debates, it's like the anticipation or announcement of a fight, and the build up to a fight properly announced, and that's what sells. So I don't blame Frank Warren trying to sell it, because at the end of the day, he has to plant that seed with the British public and the world's public. So does Eddie Hearn. It might be annoying for a lot of fans building up their hopes, but the fact that that we haven't heard anything about Tyson Fury retiring or anything else, that fuels the public. Because at the end of the day, can you imagine if we were told
He was hearing that, to be fair. God,
and AJ's far off? Where's British boxing going to be at the time? A lot of people saying British boxing is not in a great state. So this announcement by Eddie Hearn
and some other places.
What's that?
It's in a better state than some other places. The
thing about it is that sometimes I think we're probably clutching at straws, because let's face it, Sky have been a major letdown for boxing. They've been terrible. I take back everything I said about DAZN, because without DAZN, there would have been no entertainment for British boxing fans, no shows at all. And that's embarrassing. And that's not. I'm not blaming Frank for this, because I don't blame Frank for putting all his eggs in the Tyson Fury basket and heavyweight basket before not to. But I'm not happy with Boxer. I mean, what's happening with them? You know what I mean? What's going on? was the last time? Can you tell me the last
The
time?
boxers knew. I mean, we're going to have problems. I'm not giving them a way out, but like at least if they, we're expected to have teething problems with Boxer. We ain't expected to have this with Sky putting, and pulling, not doing really well. It's been a bit dire. It's been a bit dire, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I think there's extenuating circumstances with Sky because we just found out what a lot of people were saying to me behind the scenes that Adam Smith's leaving Sky because he's completed his cancer treatment. So
that's what they
Adam
said.
Smith,
it's unbelievable. So why haven't they tell us that from
Smith,
day one? Huh?
Yeah, but thing with Sky though, if you take Ed Robinson away from Sky and Adam Smith away from Sky, they're two brilliant matchmakers. It's dead. Ed Robinson.
I hope he comes to
what's
the
he
zone.
doing behind the scenes?
So if he's finished his cancer treatment and all is well, which is seen, thank God, if that is the truth, why is he not staying at Sky? Because he probably thinks it's gone pony, maybe.
I have no idea. But the thing with cancer, sadly, is that they do tell you prepare for the worst. That it could come back, and it could come back fatal. So for him taking all that pressure on when he's just completed cancer treatment, where he's trying to find dates, deal with people, and let's not forget he's done his time. He's given us about 25 years of great service. But listen,
how he pulled out, it wasn't even something. I'm not going along with that narrative because if you're having cancer treatment, well, I guess kind of how Simon Jordan, he had cancer treatment, and it wasn't it told to us? It's just the way Adam, is it Adam Smith? We don't
know where the cancer is though with Adam.
Adam Smith. Adam Wood. Adam Smith Wood. What's his name?
Adam Smith. But Simon had a procedure for prostate cancer, which is found early. We don't know what sort of cancer that Adam Smith
but
had.
I mean, Adam Smith was on the telly like calling a fight 1 week before, and then the next week it was just gone. There wasn't anything like he just had to have a bit of sick leave and like that. It was all so mysterious, and at the same time there was some pretty dire rumours milling around him. Not that I'm saying that they were true. Obviously, I don't know, but I'm just saying it looked a bit all Twilight Zone-ish, mate. Yeah, and then all of a sudden he says nothing. He tweets nothing. He doesn't even say, thank you, everybody. I know but I'm fine just for now. I will be back. There's nothing. It was like, I even spoke to some rhymes and we on the show.
Situation with that.
Huh?
But I don't know the situation there because someone did say a couple of months ago when I was fishing about, they just said, we think he's got cancer. But obviously, I'm not going to go around saying someone's got cancer when it's not been made official with them because that could upset the apple cart and cause a lot of problems. But then I heard rumours, we had the same rumours that he was betting and he was suspended. But all intents and purposes, he's not coming back.
I'm saying,
he's not coming back, which means who's the head of Sky Boxing now? Who do we have to go to?
Oh.
Because what we got, with Chris Eubank and Ben. If that's going to go to zone, because if that's promoted by Eddie, that's not going with Sky because Chris Eubank Jr. normally has a deal with Boxer, along with but. Yeah. But if it's with Conor Ben, that's not going to be on Sky, so that's going to go into zone. So where's the next event from Sky? I can't think of another event. Oh, we got one in December 10th with Chris Billum Smith, where he's defending his title, where he's fighting on a Sunday.
Barrel of love that is. So I can't wait. I can't wait. If I'm outdoors, I'm definitely running home for that one.
Yeah, but saying that. Designer helps us out, and then obviously we know, in about in a week and a half time, we're going to get the rematch of Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron. I mean,
shouts out to DAZN having amazing. DAZN have great cards. They've had great cards, and people that's left had suffered the consequences. As a Chris Billion Smith, as a Lawrence Okoli, as a Josh Boatzy, they've suffered really bad consequences of it. So I don't know. I mean, the Chris Billiam-Smith, I'm not even saying that, whatever. Yeah, shouts out to the Bournemouth Chris.
Again, the situation is just that, all right, Ben's the big man at Sky in terms of box of who's advising Ben. We don't know what's happening with Sky because, when you look at Sky, you look at their TV schedules, always seeing it promoted so far as a Cricket World Cup, Formula One, and obviously the football that I love. And they're even promoting the NFL, which means
they're promoting NFL Sundays and I think Wednesdays maybe. But yeah.
And then they've got the women's football, which they're promoting, which they're sharing with BBC. So where's the room for boxing? Where's the room for boxing? I can't see it. And we've always had this conversation in the last 2 years since I've known you.
Yeah.
But
no, it's not 2 years. It's longer than that. It's 3.
It's 2021. But I've always said, 2020.
2020. No, 2020. 2021. Beginning. Yeah, with Pro Bs. Yeah.
I've always given you this warning and boxing people this warning. If promoters don't get their act together, it's gonna then TV will walk away. It looks like happened with BBC and ITV. They walked away from boxing because we weren't getting the fights. So don't be surprised if Sky walk away from boxing altogether, like they did. Because
boxing? Do you reckon?
Well, you asked me. When Eddie was in charge of had the era of Amanda Smith, we had a card virtually every 2 weeks. 1 week we'll have Frank Warren or Channel 5, but we'll have at least in a calendar month we'll have at least two cards, massive ones. Now in December we're getting 2 massive cards with DAZN, at least, or sometimes 3 massive cards.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now it's Newport.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Another one who's a big friend of boxing on Sky. I remember Barney Francis. He was the head of Sky Sports.
Where's he gone?
Well, I think he's. They put him on some sort of he's doing an ambassador, some role with Sky all over the world. I don't know whether it's a promotion or demotion. You never know, but it's a job title that I've never heard of. But all intents and purposes, he was a good friend for boxing. Because of what he did with Eddie Earn, because he gave everything to Eddie Earn. What's happened since then? Ben's dropped the ball.
Phew, it looks really bad. I mean, it's the right one for it, I'll tell you. Also, you can join the panel. Their link is in the chat, by the way. So if you want to come on and say your bits, and if you even want to call in there, you can have a quick call in and say your bits. I don't know. Is there a number up here, Kenny? Yeah, there's a number. There's a number as well.
There's a number coming up for people in the USA and obviously people in thing. So getting back to what I'm saying about the Joshua Wilder fight, I personally think it's too early for them to fight. They're definitely going to fight in 2024, but I think Wilder definitely would want a warm-up fight before he fights Joshua, and Joshua will fight Wilder tomorrow, but he's not going to say no to fighting Wallin, is he? He's not going to say no to that.
So, Otto Wallin, I'm not against the card as long as they fucking fight for it. I've got a feeling, in my opinion, Joshua's either going to fight. I feel that there's more likelihood that Joshua fights Deontay Wilder, and I don't think he's going to fight of Tyson Fury. I don't see that fight materializing anymore. For one, because of his poor performance the other day, I would still like to see it, but I don't think there's that sense of urgency as much anymore. It's just I don't know if Fury's going to hang on in for all of that. He fights Usyk. We may not see him hang in there even for the rematch, because there's going to be a rematch clause. So I don't even know if we'll see Fury hanging for a rematch. Then maybe a title defense in between. Then I just don't see it. I don't.
Georgie Groves thinks that
I like George Groves.
The thing about it is that you'll never know until Tyson Fury announces it himself. But one thing about boxing is that, you know, at the moment, I don't think he's got the appetite for boxing. I hope that, you know, that come December next month, he's announcing he is fighting Usyk and that he's at training camp. At the moment, we haven't heard nothing, but you never know with Tyson Fury because the love he had for boxing that is he's got. Not the years ago. You know,
It's left Bill Dizzy, Ken. It's left.
a couple of years ago, it was Wilder, and he fought Dillian White, and then when he just said, I need a fight, he actually, you know, he fought Derek Chisora. It's not a fight he wanted, but I think after the Derek Chisora fight, has he fought anyone since the Derek Chisora fight, apart from Ngannou?
No, Ngannou was after that. And that was after, like, what was that after? How long ago was that? After how many months? 11 months. Yeah,
he fought Derek Chisora just before Christmas, isn't it? So we're talking about he fought. Yeah, so time has flown. Time has definitely flown, and I think since then he's only had one fight.
He's had a baby in between at the same time as well.
Plus he's got his Netflix. I know he's flirting with the WWE as well. So he's got other business interests apart from, you know, doing what he does, which is fighting. So
yeah,
I've always a British boxing fan. I'd be very, very concerned and frustrated because at the end of the day, you've got a Brit who's the WBC champion who's not defending his title. You've got another Brit who's waiting in the wings to try and reclaim these titles, and we haven't got definite dates. You know, we haven't got anything set in stone. Like, your title says, will Joshua and Wilder fight in 2024? That's all we hear about boxing. Everything is a question mark in terms of like potential fights involving British.
Is this? Do you really see? So do you really see this card happening in December the 23rd? Because I thought that
I do
in January, but I know Josh was like, I'd prefer to go in December, but I mean, if there's nothing to do, then I guess it'd be January. I think it'd be better.
So Joshua fought in he fought
twice this year.
So he's fought twice this year. So he's fought in April, and he fought Lanius in. He's met fact Dillian White. When was that? That was meant to be
September, August.
September, yeah. So, you know, we are pushing it for the 23rd.
I think it was August, was it not?
It was August. Yeah, so
end of August or something like that.
Yeah, so, you know, Deontay Wilder, he hasn't fought anyone since he fought Helenius himself.
Yeah, and before that was 2 years before that.
So really truly.
And Fury hasn't defended a title, you know, at all this 2023.
Well, since he fought Chisora. So really truly.
Voluntary. Yeah, he hasn't done a man.
One thing is factual though.
Defense. I don't know if that's any different. I don't know, maybe it does.
Yeah. But you know that date in the 23rd of December, that date is available and that date has to be filled. So that's the only thing that gives us a lot of hope. Fight fans a lot of hope that we
I don't mind it. It's a Christmas thing, isn't it, for us?
Yeah. So I don't see any reason why, you know, why any Joshua and Deontay Wilder won't fight. They don't have to fight each other. But what we want is if you're going to fight Wallin, Joshua beat him, Wilder beat Parker, and then all of a sudden you say, right, boom, 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 give the public what they want in February. And who knows, maybe, and it sounds a bit perverse considering that we've got doubts about Fury. We haven't got any doubts about Usyk. We could actually have our dream date in February, end of February, Tyson Fury versus Usyk. But co-main event is Joshua and Wilder. Yeah. And then what will happen is that the winner of both fights fight each other. I don't see any reason why that's a big money spinner. It's still it's how to say it's physically possible. And if the Saudis say they're going to put up the money, then I don't see any reason why it happened. Because at the end of the day, you know, as I said before, when you're dealing with Middle Eastern money, you're dealing with trillionaires, not billionaires, trillionaires.
Yeah, well, definitely that. And let's break out down the logistics of this Wallin and so we got hang on, so we got Ajay Wallin, we've got Bivol. Who's Bivol fighting? Oh fuck, he's fighting a geezer as well.
Bivol, let me just get my laptop.
He fought Bardu Jack at Cruiser on Anthony Joshua's last card over there.
Let's have a look. Bivol.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Bivol next fight.
And then you've got Wilder Parker. Oh, God, I don't understand why Daniel Dubois is in the mix, honestly.
Well, God. if you know why he's in the mix. Simple reasons that
Frank.
Where Frank Warren goes, he takes Daniel with him.
I know, like his little lapdog puppy. God damn! Like it's a bit sickening at this point. Like let's drop Daniel out. Okay, hang on, we've got a call. 1 second. Let me just put you up on the roadcaster. Oh my God, my phone scared me. That fucking scared me. That made me jump because I wasn't expecting. Okie dokes. We've got this queen and my sister Bells in the building. Hey sis.
Hey.
Let's see if we can.
Hey.
What's happening? Thanks for calling in, sis. What's happening?
Nothing. Oh yeah. How you doing, Kenny? Everybody.
Hey, dear Lisa.
Hey, how are you?
We good.
Yeah. I was telling Wizard Sleeve, I saw on Twitter today that Eddie and Joshua met with the Sheik.
Okay.
So it does seem like if they're saying it's in December, right?
Yeah, December 23rd.
Yeah, that's not a lot of time, but
I know.
But the card looks like it's pretty decent. Like they got it's a stacked undercard too.
Yeah, I think doesn't this reminiscent of Don King card, sis?
Yeah.
Super stacked card. So obviously Joshua would be the main, and then I think Wilder would be the co-main. But do you think there would be, because Wilder can get a bit funny and be like, nah, he may want to fight for main. You may want to fight for main.
Get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then you've got Bivol. I think they'll start from the smaller weights, and I'm excited. I think this Wilder fighting anybody with a pulse at this point is a round of applause, and him fighting someone that Joshua fought, that was a boring ass fight because that was a points decision fight at that time. But he was an undefeated champion. It was undefeated, and that was one of Joshua's really early fights. And so we'll have Wilder, and then you'll have a Fury opponent in common with Wallin. The premise of if Anthony Joshua desecrates Otto Wallin, it almost makes it look like, well, Fury, this is what I did, but better than you. So then, you're putting the nail more in the coffin. I try not to be a part of that team and that type of mantra, because it's like there's always going to be a fighter that probably beats another fighter better than the other fighter, but it doesn't mean that other fighter beats the other fighter better. You know what I mean? So it's whatever. But
true.
Yeah. But I know that sells.
Yeah.
I know that sells a lot in boxing, don't it?
Styles. The styles. It's just different styles make fight.
Exactly. So with Wallin, we are we in agreement? For me, right? Anything could go wrong now, but I would more than likely feel that AJ beats Wallin, and you'd have to make a statement. I know we say it, a win's a win. We've been saying it. A win is a win. But this is going to have to be, even if it does go to points decision, right? It has to be like an onslaught that, you know, he's just been getting onslaughted on and he still doesn't want to, nobody wants to throw a towel in or something like that, or pitch a shutout just because he, but I think at this time, I think Joshua's had 2 fights before that. I think, I don't know, we just want to see Wallin. He's not a hard hitter. He's not known as a hard hitter. We just kind of want him out of there, do we not?
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And more.
Only thing he's southpaw, right?
Yeah, he's southpaw. Yeah, which can give, and he's a good boxer. Wallin's a very good boxer, so it's not like he's a shitty southpaw. Like, he's a really good southpaw. But he ain't really had that great showings, in my opinion. He's come off, he looked a bit pants against the journeyman, our favourite one that day.
He just knocked somebody out. I think it was
Gassiev. Yeah. So that looking a bit impressive. But I mean, I've never been a Wallin fan, but I appreciate that he's a really good boxer, and I think it's a good fight. It's someone that Joshua hasn't fought, and he's in the top 10, and I know he's definitely in the top 15, but I think he's in the top 10. Otto Wallin, top 10. So I mean, you can't, you know, whether you believe in rankings or not, he's in them. You know what I mean? And
right.
And then we've got Wilder and Parker. Let's say use lots of opinion on that one.
That's a pretty interesting
I like it.
style matchup.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
Someone that Wilder hasn't fought, which is most of the, you know, the top 500. Let's have that. So you know,
oh Lord.
So it's nice to see. It's nice to see him do, you know, fight someone, you know, with like, you know, like Joseph Parker. Kenny, give us the rundown and how that's going to happen. What do you reckon? What do you?
One thing you got to remember, Joseph. I think people, you know, always kind of bypass it, and we start to forget because we've seen so many fights. Joseph Parker, remember, he's the only man to defeat Emmanuel Ruiz Jr.
True, but that was very close, and some people had Ruiz winning. I watched that fight. I think I did Parker. I've seen we do a rewatch and point score on that boring ass fight. I think we did.
I don't think we did, but I think when you talk about pedigree, we all talk about resumes and pedigree. You know,
right?
Ruiz for one fight only was a world heavyweight champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was.
So that is a good rep. That is a good rep on his thing. And let's not forget, he had the unification fight of Anthony Joshua. That went to points. It wasn't a great fight, but he's been in world title fights. Obviously, Deontay Wilder's been in world title. Well,
hang on, you've gone robotic on us. Anytime we talk about, you got to know, Kenny. Anytime we talk about
still
Wilder,
fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm.
Yeah, he's frozen on us. This always happens.
Hated it.
and I'm back. Sorry, that's my point. Sorry, Lady Chann. Go back to your point, but what I was going to say.
So what happens with Wilder?
Is that no matter what you say about Wilder, he did defend his title for a while, regardless of who it was. That, you know, if a promoter can bypass, whether like Parker being a boring fighter, and they could bypass Wilder's previous opponents to say, look, 2 ex-world champions in a fight
can be sold well. 2 ex-champions, and that's a fact. Yeah,
the one ex-champion lost his title to Tyson Fury, who's held the belts for the 3 years, and the other one was in a unification fight with Anthony Joshua, lost his titles, was against world title contender in lost in the 10th round. So that's the same point. I'm selling all day long. So that's a good fight.
Ooh, which one? No, Wilder lost in the 11th round.
And I'm talking about Joseph Parker when he fought Joe Joyce. He lost in the 10th. Was it 10th
Oh
or
yeah,
11th
10th
round?
round. Yeah, that was
He
the
lost
10th.
in 10th round, got knocked out, but all intents and purposes,
That was a
you
good
know,
fight.
he was a close fight. He got dropped, got knocked out. So that's a good selling point. I think anyone who loves boxing will think, well, you know what, that's not a bad card.
I'm down with the card. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure Sis has said she's down with the card. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a problem with it. I'll have a problem with it if then we don't get the Wilder. Let me put this. If Wilder loses to Joseph Parker, what's the percentage on that happen? How realistic or probable is that to happen? Because we've got to think about, yet again, Wilder's not blessed with the boxing fundamentals here, has he? So, I mean, if my thing is with Wilder, anyone can beat Wilder if they stay away from the right.
I think any anti-Joshua fans who are fearing the anti-Joshua's big night against Wilder, I would say that it will be close. It'll be close. Judge Parker will give his.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Judge Parker will give his all, but I don't think Joseph Parker has the punch power to beat Wilder. I don't. And what will happen is that Wilder does have the punch power to stop Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker will frustrate him. Will sit on top of him. He'll probably put in another couple of a star and a half to see if he can Wilder. If you don't get Wilder out of there, then you're in danger when you tire, because when you put on all that weight, which you're not used to, you will tire. And then if you tire against Wilder, I'm sorry, he's gonna knock you out.
Yeah,
you'll go down. You will get tired. He'll knock you out, and it'll be 10th or 11th, and he's knocked out for Wilder.
How do we know what Wilder really looks like? For me, I'm going to have to watch it I'm going to have to see what he looks like after round 2 with Parker.
You could do, but you
don't know what he looks like.
If Wilder carries his power throughout the fight, then he's a dangerous man. Regardless of whether we do our sort of home DIY points system, he's the fact he's in there, he's still dangerous.
Yeah, the fact that Wilder's in there, it's always going to be dangerous. I just don't know what because as far as I've seen, it looks like between the two of them, they've taken out a big chunk out of each other, Wilder and Fury. It's clear to see, because that's why we haven't seen Wilder do much other than 90 seconds with his current sparring partner at that time. So, I mean, I don't really have anything to gauge it on that. Wilder's still this, annihilator at the end of the day. I know obviously he launches. I just don't know. That's why it's intriguing for me to see him against someone like a Parker, who I know what Parker does. And Parker's been active, so for the most part.
You say that, but don't you think that the Joe Joyce beating took a bit out of Parker as well?
He did. He had to have, because I saw him have a bit of a lackluster, and after that, and they put him in basically with a cruiserweight after that, didn't they? And so everybody's had chunks taken out of, because they've been horrifically stopped. Those lads. Wilder's been horrifically stopped. Tyson Fury ain't been horrifically stopped. I just think that the wars had a lot on him. Yeah, and he come out and said that he had elbow shints and splints, or these things, extra bone growing out, and he had to have operations and that. I think he's had a bit of a rough time, old Fury, I would say. And then well, I mean, Joshua's rough patch of meaning being dropped was in 2019, right? So I mean, I think his one affected was a psychological. These lads, don't get it twisted. It's psychological when you get tucked in and bounced off the canvas, but it's also brutal as well, physical. And so I think each of them have had a little bit of they faced some adversity, and that's why it's not so funny now to laugh at AJ like when they all was. Do you remember? Each and every one of them laughed at him.
Yeah,
Tyson,
it's jealousy, though. It's
did. Joseph Parker had a bit of a chuckle, and then so did Joe Joyce. And look what happened to all four of them. All of their asses and their souls left the building.
Yeah, but I think what it is that it's professional jealousy, though, which is professional jealousy, which is unhealthy and healthy at the same time.
All of them exemplified it, though. All of them had a rough ride. Even Errol Spencer's in the building with that one. He needed that car, but that's true. Like what I said, it's heavyweight boxing. At the end of the day, all of these types of things can happen. I think I got a super chat actually.
I watch a lot of classic heavyweight boxing, and I see a lot of people. They go.
That's why you shouldn't laugh. That's why you shouldn't laugh at people. Yeah. That's the whole point. Because everybody that laughed, they got a worse time than what happened to Joshua. What happened to Joshua weren't that nice, but have you noticed everyone that laughed?
Lady Chann.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Yeah, but didn't we used to get this with George Groves and James DeGale? That every time, right? George Groves, when he had the fights with Carl Frost, James DeGale was fighting in supermarkets. George Groves was laughing his head off. Then James DeGale went with Al Heyman, made a load of money, won his titles. George Groves was getting beaten by Badu Jack. So it's tit for tat. That's what happens in boxing. You know, when you fight, when you're in the same weight class and your careers are parallel, there's always going to be some sort of professional jealousy. And Anthony Joshua exudes professional jealousy, always has do, will do. So all these fighters, will get theirs. But the thing with boxing,
it's just funny to see it happen in one foul swoop, one by one. Everyone
that
started Ruiz as well. When he laughed when he beat Joshua and said, "Oh, Joshua's a robot," comes in, gets washed. Wilder runs off laughing, gets washed twice. They've all been washed.
Yeah, but you think about it. It's going to happen in the division of the heavyweight division because they're all big guys, and in terms of like resumes, obviously there's probably light years between resumes, but in terms of like a lot of these fighters who fight at that level, who've been dropped, as you say, washed, they've been in 50-50 fights. Joshua's been in 50-50 fights. Wilder's been in 50-50 fights. So when they do get washed, it's not really a shock because they're not losing to shit fights.
Wilder ain't really been in 50-50 fights. Wilder's been in 90-10 fights where he's
we're talking about the fight with Fury.
The bin man is 10%. Let's have that right. Wilder's been in 1% fights.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the fight he lost to Fury. The fights that he got Fury,
but that's why he fucked up.
The fights with Fury are 50-50. Like now, we now know Anthony Joshua's fight with Ruiz was probably a 50-50 fight in hindsight, at the highest since 2020. In terms of his fights with Usyk, they're 50-50 fights, and so they got laughed out of town. Joe Joyce's fight with Sang, we always knew that's a 50-50 fight because we never believed that Sang lost to Perkovic. So that's the thing. When you're in 50-50, you are going to get humiliated by your opponent.
Right. Let me do this super chat and then we'll get back onto that. Hold that thought. Shouts out to Gerard for dropping that half a dub on your girl. That tenner. Thank you very much. Parker is a hard fight for Wilder. I thought Ruiz Jr. beat Parker as I gave him 5 of the first 6 rounds, but he'll try to get inside of Wilder and make it tough with the fist. Respect, Lady Chann. Respect right back to you, Gerard. Well, you're nice. Thank you very much for the donation. It's always appreciated. Yeah. What? I mean, I think I did a rematch and point. I'm not sure. I think I had Parker slightly edging it, but I remember that there was a. I could see it was so close. I guess you could. Let me see this on my fight score. I guess you could have it. I wasn't opposed that Andy Ruiz won that as well. Maybe did I have Andy? Did we rewatch on point score?
I don't remember doing that.
Maybe we didn't. Maybe I just did it in my own leisure.
They both have fast hands. Andy has maybe slightly faster hands. They both have fast hands.
Yeah, Parker's got fast hands.
Good with the combo.
Mm-hmm.
But Joseph has better feet.
Better feet.
Well, at least back then.
Yeah, better feet, and they both got fast hands. Parker's got really good combos. I would edge Parker with the combos.
Yeah,
I would edge Parker with the combos. Parker's really good with the 5-6 punch combos, really fast. I give him that, yeah. And then you got Andy Ruiz, not too far behind on that.
Right.
No,
I don't hits hard too. Andy hits pretty hard,
and Andy Ruiz is the harder hitter, for sure. Yeah. Andy Ruiz is the harder hitter. No, I don't have it in my thing. I don't think we rewatched and point scored that. Maybe we'll put it on the list and do that at some point. Yeah. If Wilder loses to Parker, then we know the truth. Wilder can't be hard time boxing. Wilder can't beat white guys.
Oh God.
Hard time.
No, he didn't say
You're giving me a hard time here. Hard time. We've been having a good time. We've been looking at all the fucking shit.
Hey, mate. What was our top Spilska then? Was he Chinese?
What? Yeah.
No, I think he's Spilka is
I don't know what colour he is. What is he?
I thought Spilska.
I can't think of what
he's white.
is.
I saw Spilska's Polish.
He's white.
Got me out. Hard time boxing. Do better. Do better.
Yeah, Spilka's white. Yeah, from a minute ago, I was like, when he's through that, I was like, it's Spilka another race then, and I've got that wrong. Yeah, he's white. Yeah, yeah.
I remember watching that live, and I thought the man was dead. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Resuscitation, please. Yeah. Will Parker's buddy Fury be ringside? In it, Dr. P.
Yes.
Joseph leads Parker. He probably will be there. Wilder fought at least 2 opponents that started at 168. Right, Gerard. So I started because I've got a deep dive and resume deep dive playlist on here. So we're now on to Wilder versus Joshua with their resumes, and we've gone from the beginning from Journeyman, and so we did the first part last week. So we did their first, I think, 10 fights. Wilder we sold right through. It was like next. Who's that fight? Who is that fighter's best win? It was nobody.
Sorry to cut you, but I've got what I will say, because I know you love Anthony Joshua. I know Lisa Bell's
I love him. It's just I think he's a good fighter.
If you could, after we finish this show, get yourself over to BBC One on your Sky Plus or
I watched
Sky
it. Louis Theroux.
Yeah, Louis Theroux, or give it to Lisa. Yeah, because he's on with Louis Theroux. So I think
Kenny, we watched that about 3 days ago, love.
I don't know. Come on, I'm a football fan. I watch more football than boxing at the moment. So
a lot of the Americans can't get it because it's a BBC. Some can. I've had a couple of my American mates that I'm not sure how they can do it.
Someone clip it. Someone clip it.
BBC on my
Yeah, you should just be able to do it, innit? Would you not do it on BBC iPlayer?
No, they can't get it because it's not in the.
They can't get it. It's British. They can't.
No,
I know
British.
it. Because we're not.
They're going to get it. They're only going to get it in about.
They've got BBC News, but they can't get the BBC.
They'll be able to get it.
But some of I'm sure. check, sis. Anyway, I don't think you can. It's territory for what's on for the programs. I don't think Americans can get the programs. You lot can get BBC World News, as you see, the BBC World News, but I don't think you can get like the individual programs and stuff like that. But you can always try and see if it comes up on your smart TV as a BBC iPlayer, see if you can download it and see if it. But I believe that you won't be able to because it's licensed by the King, and we pay TV license for that, and you wouldn't be able to pay a TV license to watch it. So I doubt they would have it for you. Do you understand? Because you can't pay for it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but someone said it. I think Bold said that he watched it and had it. Or maybe if you got like a VPN or something like that, I don't know. But yeah. But hopefully, what will happen? It will go on YouTube in the end, anyway.
Yeah, it always will. We'll definitely go on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll go on YouTube in the end, and you just be able to watch it. Watch that. Let's do the super chat. Shouts out to D for dropping that $2.99 on your girl. Thank you for dropping that $2.99 in the booty. Massively appreciated. It's a super sticker. Let me see what it is, because I can never see what it is on the. I can never see what it is on the laptop if the laptop's doing its Androiding. Let's have a look. What I always like to see what it is. Let's have a see. Doing it Androiding. Okay, I got it. It's a little cat doing this. Thank you very much. Thanks, D. D, you should have put a question attached to it as well. I always like a good old question. So, okay, so Wallin, Joshua, any problems that you can see that could go wrong? It's heavyweight boxing. Anything could go wrong.
No.
That would be a travesty, though, wouldn't it? You
No,
see Joshua having to stop him?
No, Joshua. The thing is with Joshua's got in his favour. He's been active, and he's in the training mode because he's going to. He's been in the USA for quite a while, so he's fresher. He's going to be a lot fresher than Wallin, and there is going to be a skill level of ability between Wallin and Joshua. I think Joshua will take him out in the 10th round, but if he doesn't take him out, it'll be a very, very comfortable unanimous decision. I can't see Wallin doing anything. Really can't.
Yeah. The Southpaw is...
Unless he knocks out Joshua, he's not winning that fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that'd be fucking crazy. He held.
He just beat Gassiev. Gassiev went up to heavyweight.
He went up to heavyweight from Cruiser, didn't he? Yeah. Kenny. He fought Gassiev.
Gassiev. Didn't he fight Usyk in the final?
Yeah, he did. Sure did. Yeah. El primero, ¿cómo está mi hermano?
Yeah, he's been a
career cruiserweight.
I'm not sure how long.
Yeah, maybe he could have started at 175 even, but and then careered at cruiserweight. But yeah, do you know what? It's so funny when someone said that Wilder's fought a couple of geezers that were started at 168, because that's true, because a lot of Wilder's resume is cruiser, and I've never understood when I've looked at that, and I'm like, Wilder should have just campaigned at cruiser because he could make the weight limit. He's tiny, he is.
What money's he going to make, though?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why everyone said fat cruiser.
Money.
We're going up to cracking heavyweight, love. We need that money. We need that moolah. There's no money in cruiser, really, to be fair. There isn't.
Never was. Yeah,
never was there? And it's a tech-savvy, fundamentally sound division. And, Wilder's not that guy, is he? So, I mean, probably wouldn't fare well there. Just be the little guy in the big pond and, you've got the right hand. And the fight doesn't matter anymore. Wilder was afraid to face AJ when he was on his winning streak. You think it don't matter? You think we don't need to see it now? I still want to see it. I still want to see it, because then whoever wins or lose, everybody just got to shut the fuck up. And I believe that AJ wins in that one.
Right.
So, and then it'll just make, the the Wildettes, they're so leavable to see.
One fight at a time, though. One fight at a time.
Doesn't matter.
One fight at a time.
Well, it matters, but it unfortunately we didn't get it like everything was on the line. You know, when they was both defeated and had the belt. That's the travesty.
When they was undefeated and that.
They both but they both want to do it before they retire. Like it's just for them. You know, their legacies or whatever, but people still want to see it, you know.
Yeah.
People still want to see it.
Do you still want to see it? Are you still interested in seeing it?
Yeah. I have no problem with you know, like any other heavyweight fight, you know.
Yeah, we ain't
it's just a shame that they don't have the hardware anymore, but that's what happened. At least I was able to see Bud and Spence. At least they still had, they still was undefeated, and they had their belts, you know.
Yeah.
At least we did get that.
Yeah. But
you know what this you know, when it comes to undisputed, it's man, especially with heavyweight, it's like I'm getting the impression they don't want an undisputed heavyweight champion.
Lennox Lewis. That was the last shit.
That's why we hold Lennox Lewis in such high esteem, not just in the UK, but boxing people. Because when you see Lennox Lewis, you can't take anything away from him. He's undisputed. You know, when he won that, when he beat Evander Holyfield in a rematch, he's undisputed.
Right?
Yeah, and then
that's my image.
That's why Lennox Lewis is always going to be, you know, one of the greatest fighters, you know, boxers ever produced, because it's what he did the people wanted. But in terms of like Wilder Joshua, it's such a shame because you would have thought, you know, that night at Wembley when Wilder was at ringside for the Klitschko fight, and they asked what, and my brother I was in the stands with my wife. My brother was watching at home, and he said one thing. They said to Deontay Wilder, said, Wilder, can you imagine yourself and Anthony Joshua at Wembley? And Deontay Wilder's words were, that would be lovely. And we all thought we were going to get it. And, you know, 6 years down the line, we're further away from it as before. And the sad thing about it is that both of them lost their titles since then, which makes it even more frustrating.
One wants to be a 3-time, and one wants to be a 2-time. I don't know if Wilder really wants to be a 2-time. I just think he just wants to get money at this point.
I don't know what stopped Wilder from not wanting all that. You know, I don't know why he would not. Can you imagine the money he would have made at Wembley? Him and like I said, Anthony Joshua. To hell with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, you know,
it would have been massive, isn't it?
And can you imagine it if Wilder and Joshua fought? Tyson Fury comes out of retirement. He says, "Right, boom, boom, here we go."
Yeah.
Hey, I'm talking to Tyson Fury. I'm hearing rumours that Anthony Joshua's doing a bit of work with Ben Davidson on the quiet. What?
Even in Dallas now?
I know Ben Davidson's
got with Ben Davidson when before just going back to Dallas, so he could have some. So he didn't stay up.
Ben Davidson's got his fat. If you Ben Davidson, that guy from Cheshunt has got his fat Cheshunt fingers in every pie going in boxing.
I don't think he's flown out to because Anthony Joshua posted because Ben Davidson came out and said, you know, he was just using my gym. You know, that was it. Like, he needed somewhere to go. He needed a gym. I've got a gym ticked over. And then Anthony Joshua posted himself with Derek James in.
If Ben Davidson will do a bit of help him out. Remember, they do call Ben Davidson Boxer's Eyes Ben, innit? So he's not going to be
personal trainer, the PE teacher.
Boxer size.
Yeah, boxer size. Let me do this. Shouts out to Dr. P, member of the Shannaholics. Dr. P, member for 18 months. Guys, if you would like to join the Shannaholics, you know, where we have exclusivity and exclusive perks and interviews and stuff, etc., etc., etc. Hold on to there. Wow, 18 months. 18 months. Time flies while you're having fun. That's right. It's a fun baptism. Go ahead, sis.
But you know what, guys? I was gonna say to you and Kenny in the chat. He worked with a lot of people. Remember, he was working with Devin Haney before.
Yeah, Devin Haney, Josh Taylor. Yeah. He always dives in and.
Lee Woods. He's worked with Lee Woods as well. Lee Woods he works with.
Yeah, Tyson Fury as well. Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a bit of a fallout between Ben Davison and Mark Tibbs, isn't it?
Yeah, at that time when he fought Canelo. And then it went all spooky where everything got deleted off the net. We didn't say to quit. God, he did. Do you remember that? I was like, he did. I'll get back on my news reports and start giving some reports back again. I've been doing many news reports.
And you know who else is on that undercard?
Who is it?
They're saying that Daniel Dubois may fight Big Baby Miller.
Yeah, that's it, Dubois.
Big Baby Miller this way through the door. I'm a man.
There's also rumours of. There's also rumours, although totally unfounded, of Bivol versus David Benavidez.
No, Benavidez is fighting. Is he fighting again?
Oh, is it? Because they said that there was something. I was hearing stuff about Benavidez, but Benavidez is going to move up.
David's fighting. Andrade, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Andrade. Yes, yeah.
Then the other one's fighting who? Who's the other one fighting?
I'm calling for an upset.
Jamal.
I'm calling for an upset.
Andrade for the upset, isn't it? Is that
When's the last time he fought? When did he last time Dimitri fought?
I don't think he will, but I'd love it. You call him for the upset, though. Could happen. It's a possibility.
I was seeing that he's getting much better sparring.
Yeah, it's a possibility, you know. I need to watch the All Access and everything because I haven't even watched the All Access.
I watched the one last night with De Los Santos and Shakur.
Yeah, I have to watch that one as well. I haven't watched that one. Yeah, I need to watch that one as well, actually. I need to catch right up. What's up, Ross Clark? Ross Clark, what on? I know it matters, Strangeness.
What's up, Ross Clark?
It's a good fight, Strangeness. I know they're good fights. I'm just saying, I'm just asking the questions, you know, like, is it so some people think it's a good fight? Do some people think it's not? All of this card. For me, it's a decent card, so I can't too complain, you know. So yeah, for me, it's not a problem at all.
If it's on design, it'd be worth the pay per view. Can't knock it, you know.
I mean, hopefully. Well, this is gonna. I don't see that this is not going to be no pay per view. This is going to be pay per viewed event.
Joshua fight not being pay per view.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's not going to happen, and with this magnitude. But what I will say is that they're all with different sanctioning bodies, and that is what I mean. Not promotional companies. I mean, that's going to be crazy. How's that? Who gets the rights to sell what, when, and how?
Look, if the Arabs are putting up the money, you go where the money is.
They got a convention in Uzbekistan.
Oh God, that's
the WBC.
Oh,
and what's his name? Yusuf is out there, and he grabbed the WBC belt. He said it's his.
Did he? Did he? Usyk went and grabbed it. Like, this is my belt. I am feel. I am very feel.
I saw it earlier.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Usyk. You've been waiting.
Earlier.
Yeah,
greedy belly. It's my belt. Greedy belly.
Yeah, it's my belt. You know, so I don't blame him.
I was cracking up. I was like, oh man.
Usyk's not playing. He's like, I'm here for legacy, man. Y'all keep stopping my fucking shit. Yeah, like this. Yeah, just get Tyson Fury, let him leave the booties if he's not going to fucking, fight for legacy. So we've got Dubois, Baby Miller. Oh God, big Baby Miller coming at 400. That's a mess. That's just going to look like Dubois versus Trevor Bryant all over again, except for this Trevor Bryant version of Baby Miller is going to be about 410 pounds.
Was he 22 stone when he fought Lucas Brand? Lucas Brand.
Who?
Remember he fought Lucas Brand, but Big Baby Miller. He's about 22 stone.
Okay, yeah, he was about.
I remember that.
He was more than 22. He was about 24.
The punches were so slow.
He was
Ken, he was 400
he can really
pounds.
box.
Yeah, he was like 380 pounds, wasn't he? Didn't he come in at 380? Something like that.
No, I never saw him that big.
He's no long life, isn't he?
20.
Nah, he was. What was he for that fight? 320, 320 then? Was he 320?
Yeah, maybe like 320, not no 380.
Yeah, 320.
He's definitely like 20 stone. He's 20 stone. I'm exaggerating. He's 20 stone for that fight.
No, 320 is not 20 stone. Tyson Fury's 20 stone. And that's 280.
280, right? See, he must be 20.
Coming at 320. He was about 24 stone, Ken, is my point.
That shouldn't be allowed.
A beached whale.
Medically, I'm sorry, but medically that shouldn't be allowed to happen. That's inhumane to let a fighter of that size fight. I'm sorry, I'm against it. Not because if you care about the guy, you're not going to let someone go in a fight.
Well, I guess nobody fucking gives a shit.
Well, Kenny, look at the other night in Jamaica. You had James Toney at 55 versus Ruddock. Razor Ruddock at 59. And Razor was like 277. Still not as big as Big Baby, but James Toney was like 247.
Yeah, that's still massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still too big, man. These cats are too big.
The ages, what I'm saying is the ages.
And your blood pressure.
Yeah.
When you're that heavy.
But James Toney still had.
Well, I didn't even watch it. What happened in that fight?
It wound up, they put it as a draw. It was in Jamaica. But I think James Toney more or less won because James Toney still got the head movement. And he was moving around.
So it went.
I mean, of course he wasn't as fast as he was, but he still got like a good technique.
What was it? Of how many rounds was that fight then? I didn't know.
It was a 2-minute round, a 6-round, a 2-minute round.
They was like, we can't afford to go anything more because the heart attacks will be in the position. Well, listen, we give them 6 twos. That's it.
And no headgear. They were throwing bombs too.
Huh?
No headgear. They were throwing bombs.
Oh God. He needs headgear, man. Anyway, we're on a weekly wrap up. Shiggity. Oh God, yeah, that's fucking crazy, I'll tell you. All right, well, shouts out to those lads that did that. So Dubois Miller, I don't know, I don't really care who wins that fight, to be fair. Let's have that right. I don't care. And then you've got Bivol and what's that? What's his name? Garcia.
I don't even know this person.
What's his name? No, what's his name? Who's the guy that Bill was fighting, Kenny?
I'm his check.
Sorry, we just said it as well. My bad. And then we've got, I just want to also talk about the IBF stripping our fucking Terence Bud Crawford.
Round 1, fight.
You know what? Terence Crawford's done everything for boxing. If they strip him, big deal. He's got a right to earn earn the big bucks now. You know, it's occupational hazard. You know what I mean?
This is the second time they did this to him. For me, there's just so many ways you could see it. I thought maybe the thought process is that basically that they took so long to get the Spence fight done after 5 years that they was like, we ain't got time. If you lot are in a rematch clause, we ain't waiting another few years. But where the problem is that they haven't kept the same motherfucking energy.
Fatality.
Bam. So basically, that belt, that's what happens to that belt. That belt should just be thrown away and just burn it in the bin. Just do a Riddick bow, even though he did that with the WBC. But let's do that with the IBF if that's how the IBF are moving. Because, I mean, Errol Spence Jr., 4 years, got grabbed that off Kell Brook. Did he defend that IBF at all?
Yeah.
Once.
What's his name? The guy that Tim Tszyu beat. Can't think his name.
Hang on, let me have a look. My bad.
Tim Tszyu knocked him out in one round, just like Earl did.
Oh, we know. The chat will have it. Go on, chat. Tell me, because you'll have it. The chat. Who? No, something like Matabla. I'll let individuals.
This is a problem.
I don't know who it is. Spence defended Ocampo. That's it. Yeah. It's Ocampo.
Yeah, Ocampo.
That's right. Yeah. And that was back in when? 2018?
That's some years ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 19, 20.
And he knocked him out in one round.
Yeah.
The same like Tim Tszyu, but he went up to 154 now.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. So the IBF has got one rule, and then Ocampo, and then they did the same thing to Joe Cordina. Joe Cordina had an injury, hand injury, and they was like, look, we don't care about the injury. They, after him getting that belt, I think it was after 3 months, they stripped him as well. It was asked for an exemption or an extension. They was like, no. So that's why Joe Cordina is a 2-time IBF champion in the Bundesliga. Yeah.
They've been sued before.
Huh?
I said they've been sued before.
What do you say?
In the past. They've been sued before. I'm trying to think
who IBF?
sued them. Yeah. They've been sued before.
Fuck them, mate. Yeah. You know what? A lot of people don't realise that the IBF, right, who's over there now are the old Roberto Mendoza's people. You know, when the WBA started getting that clampdown of like, look, you've got too many belts now. We need you to, start having these WBA goals. This WBA, your granny, your WBA, your godfather belt and all of this shit. And a lot of the people I heard, remember, they'd left the WBA and went over to IBF. So so that's why the IBF seems to have gone down because the corruption is in the buildings.
Yeah, they out of New Jersey. They used to be out of New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's from New Jersey.
It's
I
WBA
remember the guy.
now. That is WBA right there in their building.
No, I'm talking about IBF.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is the
Jersey.
WBA is now in the IBF building. Yeah, that's why it's turned.
Yeah.
That's why it's turned like that. A WBA, a lot of the people from there, the employees from there, they're at the IBF now. Because remember, I always thought IBF was quite an honourable set of sanctioning bodies. Like they didn't care. They will strip you real quick. They da-di-da. Or if you wasn't defending, you getting stripped. And I like that about them. But I mean, now that they don't keep it the same energy, and we've been saying that even before Bud getting stripped, we've been saying, how comes Errol Spence hasn't had on rotation? How comes Joe Cordina? Who else did they have with an IBF?
Well, probably what held Errol Spence up was the accident.
Huh?
So they probably gave him like the accent probably held up.
No, because
so
on
maybe
there,
they gave him a grace period.
No, because like on Blood was looking at it, there's no grace period that they have on their rule books.
Bylaws.
There's
whatever.
no grace period.
Yeah.
That's why it says. That's why Joe Cordina. It says medical and injuries will not overrule. So hence why they and
they probably have a rule where they can overrule their rule.
Nah, in the book, if it's in the book that an injury or a thingy doesn't change, then that's what we have to go with. So why does it? So it shouldn't change. Yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't change. It doesn't say that. It says they specifically say that no medical injury makes us not be able to strip you. It's not like some of the other the sanctioning bodies. IBF specifically states that in their rules. Don't matter if you've got an injury, we're taking that. If you ain't ready to defend your Mando, we're taking that. So it shouldn't have mattered with Errol Spence.
But do these boxers have the rule books? They should.
It don't matter. It don't matter if they don't have it. It's available to all. I'm sure they've got access to it. They've got access to it more than we do. And if the boxers ain't looking at it,
but people have rules and they still don't follow them, like WBC.
I mean, but like the team's got the rules. Like the whole point is on their rules, they're the only one on their rules that says if you're injured, it doesn't matter. If you're not in time to fight your Mando, we're stripping you. So they can't go. They can't go. It doesn't matter if someone has that or not. It's on their thing. So Errol Spence shouldn't have got
they don't follow their rules then.
Yeah. So Errol Spence shouldn't have got a pardon. They followed the rules with Joe Cordina. Joe Cordina couldn't fight the Mando as much as ever, but it says in the rules, even you're injured. If you ain't better in time for this fight, you're getting stripped. So whether we like that or not, just keep it cohesive, just keep it consistent. They've changed one rule for one, another rule for another. And it seems like Bud Crawford seems to be getting the bad brunt of the stick, or bad stick of the brunt, whatever one he is, bad stick. Like he's at 140, he got stripped of the IBF. Is that after the Ndongo fight then?
Yeah, they gave him 30 days.
Yeah, and then he was moving up anyway, so he couldn't give a shit, could he?
Right. To kind of do a deal with Lipinets. But according to the article I read, the IBF only honors if it's a unification, which they did for, with him and Sid, but not for rematch clauses. So Bud could not do a deal with anyone else because Errol exercised the rematch clause. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So
he cannot do anything.
Yeah, it's not that he didn't want to fight. He can't do nothing. If Errol's excited, to me, it was just a reason to push Errol Spence into having to make that fight. That fight happens at 154 because they knew Bud was gonna. Bud said, as the person that won the fight, I can pick the division if it's going to be 54 or 47. And as we heard, Bud was picking 47. And I think this was a good way for the corruption to enter the building. Right. He's going to get beat. He's going to get beat. Our guy's going to get beat. But it will be at 154. And that's where we're going to have it.
I feel sorry for you, Prime. Your allegiance, these humans. The trouble with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
The betrayal be in the beauties. Yeah, so
that happens a lot. That happens a lot, like when you fight for Undisputed, and then if you have a rematch, then you go in, sometimes a belt or two may be missed here. I've seen that.
Yeah. Oh, well, boy. It's not looking too good. Yeah. Well, I just think Bud don't really give a shit anyway, and he going to 54. Boots is just gonna have to deal with being called the email champ. You didn't want no parts of Bud. You seem to not even want no parts of Errol because that was Errol's domain, and Ortiz. It was Ortiz wasn't following doing the Bud thing out. Because remember, Ortiz kept calling out Bud. I want Terence Crawford, and he was WBO in line. He didn't, and then he decided he wasn't doing that. And then Ennis decided he didn't want to pursue Errol Spence with the IBF, and then Boots could have did Crawford with the WBO. He still chose not to do. I don't know what they was doing with them two young lads. They was capping. It was just all fucking cap. So shouts out to them. We've seen you now. You've been exposed. You've been motherfucking exposed. So I guess Bud don't care. Moves up to 154. If Errol Spence is doing his Errol Spence shit, and just beat Errol Spence. If he's not, clear out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Yeah, get out the way, because right now, how I've seen Errol Spence is looking really Danny Dyer. I'm like, what does this guy fucking doing?
Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro?
He said his girlfriend.
Nigga gay now.
My brother, man. Hey, man. Hey, serious.
Hey,
serious. Look, I got getting jealous. She said, don't kiss him. My brother.
Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro?
He said his girlfriend.
Nigga gay now.
My brother, man. Hey, man. Hey, serious.
Hey,
serious. Look, I got getting jealous. She said, don't kiss him. My brother.
So yeah, he looks all bloated and that. I guess he might be hanging out at Yellow Bees. You take your medication. Yeah, it's crazy out here. I mean, that's where we're at, and that's where we're at with boxing. Oh, boxing, we love you. Yeah, it's an amazing sport, isn't it? Right now, fucking hell. But yeah. That's all that's happening right now in the sport that we've seen. There's anything else that you guys would like to talk about before we wrap it up? Because this is called the weekly wrap up. Shiggity, yeah, we don't sometimes overstay.
There's only one thing I've got to add is that we've heard this. There's unconfirmed reports that we're looking at a fight on the 3rd of February at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. That's the talk. I know Eddie Hearn has got a good rapport. Boxing itself has got a good rapport with Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The reason why they use the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is because it's a modern stadium, and they could either use that at Wembley. There's talk that it should have been done at the Emirates, but the Emirates Islington Council did not have that late night licenses after a certain amount of time to outdoor events. So hold this thought is unconfirmed rumours that on the 3rd of February next year, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn are finally going to meet in the ring. That is the next fight that is penciled to happen for both fighters.
I got to quickly show you this. I've got to clip it up as well, mate, because Chris Eubank is he's cracking me off right at the minute, and any commentary that anything that he's on, I'm clicking, mate. I don't give a fuck. I'm fucking clicking on anything that he's on. Let's go. Hang on.
The dad, right?
Yeah.
Senior.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's so eccentric.
Hello? You muted yourself.
Sorry, couldn't you not see that? You could see that, right?
Yeah, we could see it, yeah.
That's the one where he said Rastafari.
Yeah, no, it was just at the end of it, Rastafari at the end. And then all his commentaries is like, dreadlock, yeah, dreadlock, Rastafari. Like, I'm just, but he's just, Chris Eubanks is important. Rastafari is Jamaica.
You know, used to make me laugh in the 90s is when people thought there were Nigerian Africans trying to claim Chris Eubank, which made me laugh, and there was West Indians trying to give Chris Eubank to Africans when everyone knows that Chris Eubank is as Jamaican as they come. Everyone knows that.
Jamaican as they come, love. Remember his mum?
And his dad's Jamaican as well. Both his parents Jamaican.
I remember his mum in Jamaica. The Jamaica Rastafari.
The thing made me laugh, right, is that everyone knows that the Bens are Trinidadians and that the Eubanks are Jamaicans, and it used to make me laugh. I mean, I said, do better, man, because, you know, I'm sure African people would love to have Chris Eubank sing it, but I'm sorry, he's not African.
I know Nigel Ben is Jamaican.
No, Nigel Ben's Barbados.
Yeah, I think, he's Trinidad. One of them, anyway,
Yeah, he's Bayesian or Barbadian, depending on what you want to call it, but we call it Bayesian. Yeah, he's Bayesian. I am dangerous. It's because his Sunday come out. No,
I know.
Yeah, he's Bayesian. Yeah, I know. The Dark Destroyer is from, they're from the West Indies. So yeah, it was just quite. His commentaries at the minute is just fucking hilarious. Hilarious.
With Chris, would he make up with his dad? Chris, would the two Chris's make up?
No, they haven't yet. So, are we getting that? So, you're saying that fight's going to happen, Conor Ben, in the new year?
I'm saying confirmed rumors, but there is a space.
But is it February? What did you say it was? February.
Yeah, it's got to happen. It's going to happen on the 3rd of February. It's got to happen on the 3rd of February, which means Arsenal playing Liverpool. We're meant to play Liverpool on the 3rd of February. That's going to be if Spurs are playing. If Spurs are holding the world title fight, then Arsenal's match in North London will have to be moved to the next day anyway. But that's probably going to be there for Sky. So I think what Eddie's doing, anticipating that Arsenal Liverpool will be played on a Sunday. That means he's got the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium free for his event, because obviously the police not going to allow Arsenal and Liverpool fans to be in one part of London, then boxing fans to go to down the road, Seven Sisters Road. So that has been muted again. This is something that's been announced on our good friend Dan Raphael, the same guy who muted Josh and Wallin and Wilder and Parker, Dan Raphael, and from Mark Benson as well. So
Michael Benson.
So Michael Benson and Dan Raphael. You do tend to take them a lot more seriously than other people.
I put the wow because Dan Raphael, sometimes he does come out with agendas, which we see through, and they've been debunked. They are decent sources, and you're not really going to say that.
Let's not forget Gareth as well. He's got the biggest agenda ever. Whenever he talks about Tyson Fury,
just fucking Gareth is at this point sickening with this shit. Like he literally contradicts himself. I remember he was talking about how fighting in Saudi, how AJ could take fights in Saudi, the human rights is breached there. Soon as Tyson Fury got there with Ngannou, it's totally fine. It's been amazing. I don't mind it happening there. The hypocrisy is in the borders.
The thing is, I think people like Gareth Davis needs to keep his counsel.
I don't blame you, sis. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. I try click past because it's going to be pure contradictions aplenty and hypocrisies are many, darling.
You know what it is that every sporting journalist in the UK and the USA, they need to keep their mouth shut, because at the end of the day, boxing, golf, and football need the money from the Middle East. That's why it was very difficult boxing, very difficult football, and difficult for golf to say we stand with Israel, because at the end of the day, when it comes to sport does need $1 million pounds in the Middle East. Now, they're going to be scared to upset.
I'll stay away from it, Kenny. We stay away from it.
No, we do stay away from it. What I'm trying to say,
what I'm saying is, I don't really touch the topic on the channel. I just leave it alone.
I'll disregard that. But what I would say is that boxing does the Arab countries, the only countries who are capable of putting up the money. We know that there's no money in boxing in the USA. We know that in England, it's hard for TV companies. Been put over them. If you don't have Sky putting money up for boxing, then who else is going to put up money for boxing? So you're going to need Arab countries.
I think people just getting used to having the Saudi Arabian money. I mean, fights they've been happening for decades and decades in America, and decades in fucking UK now at this point. And especially UK, we're a bit newer into having the big money fights. It's never going to be Saudi money, but there's money nonetheless. How have all these fighters become minted? They didn't become minted because they was all fighting in Saudi. They was fighting in America and England. So, I don't want to hear all of this. You know what I mean? This Saudi business.
It's now though. It's an evolution, isn't it? It's an evolution, because you got to remember, golf. They're all multi-billionaires. But the thing is that the thing with people who are millionaires, they like new business opportunities, and they like to maintain their status. And the thing about it is that what it happens in all sorts of businesses, there's always going to be another territory going to want to muscle in and have their events, and that's where people money. Happens in cricket. You know, everyone thinks that the established country is going to play cricket, and then all of a sudden India have money, it's their turn, and then now United States want to make their money as well. So that's what's going to happen with boxing. Everyone's going to want their part, and the thing is that there's no such thing as a millionaire sportsman saying, you know what, I don't need the money. Of course you need the money. You've got a lifestyle accomplished. Millionaires want to make more millions.
More millions, that's a fact, Jack. Yeah. I mean,
why not?
I mean, I just don't want it to stifle the sport. Like, if we ain't getting Saudi money, we don't want to do the fights. Like, it looks like it's getting to that.
The fights are going to happen, because boxing was there before the Saudis, and there after they're gone. But at the moment, people want the Saudi money, because the end of the day, everyone goes through everything becomes fashionable till it goes out of fashion. At the moment,
that's true.
Boxing's got themselves in a mindset where the only place that's going to be able to put up the money is this Saudi Arabia. It could be someone else next time, but at the moment it's Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, maybe it'd be another place. Like, I know you're saying heavyweight. Go ahead, sis.
No, I'm saying, is that just the heavyweights more so? Because of the lower weights, I don't really see them in Saudi as much. Well, not the top shows.
Because they don't command that much money, the little weights. I know. They don't. They're achievable fights made anywhere, then with the money that the marquee value that the smaller weights especially after the welters days. Yeah.
See, I think the heavyweight division has always been like the heavyweight division is
glamour, darling. You know, darling, it's an extravaganza. You know, Lisa.
Well, that's the thing. You know, in athletics, you've got the 100 meters.
Small weights still make decent money here.
Yeah, the small weights still can make decent money, and they don't need to go to Saudi to do so. They can just.
No, not at all. I think you're right. I think Lisa's right. When you're talking heavyweight boxing, you know, invariably the fights that we remember, the fight with Ruiz, Joshua 2, Ruiz Usyk 2, and obviously if you want to call Tyson Fury's hot fight with Ngannou heavyweight, then crack on with it. But if you want to add that, you know, add that on. So you know, yeah, they don't call it the blue ribbon division for nothing. It's where it's where the fighters want to go, where they want to make their dough. You know, and it's not just that. The undercard fighters who fight in the undercard know they're going to change their lives as well for just being on the undercard. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I just hope it. You know, I just don't want it to be like, oh, if it's not in Saudi, we can't make no money. Shouts out for Dr. P for dropping that half a dab on your girl. Thank you for that tenner better. A little something for the Lecky sis. You benefiting from my tobacco abstinence. Thank you very much.
Change the subject a bit.
Very well.
Are you finding
that tenner? I appreciate you. Oh.
Yeah. Lady Chann, are you finding that now we're getting into like the deep winter, your house is a lot colder than it was a couple of weeks ago?
Because you know me, I start putting on the heating from a good 2 weeks ago, on and off, and I've noticed today I turned it. What do you sit? Have you got one with you that you can put the actual number in of where you want it to get before it?
You know what? I must type.
Mine's on like 20. In the heat of a really cold winter, I'll be on like 27.2 degrees. Right, it has to get to that. The heating has to get to that. Now I'm up to about 26 tops. But I turned it off. It was on 25.8, and I thought, it's a bit hot. So I've made it go down to about 20. But yeah, we're on and off. I'm having, but it's not freezing yet. We'll get
not cold. I think it gets cold.
What do you find? Are you finding it freezing? I don't find it freezing.
Not really. I think it depends. We're probably gonna. Or is it? We all know that like January and December are really cold. That's gonna be freezing.
January, February. But by the time, look, let's have it right. We don't, we're from London, so we don't really experience snow. So we got to be grateful. The rest of England, they get all this snow shit. Yeah, we don't get any snow. Yeah. We get a bit of sleet and we're all right. By the time we blink, January, it's not nice. February, it's not nice. Then when we get into March, we're in spring. And the spring is in the borders.
We're back
in summer.
I think what it is that I think we haven't had really bad winters in the country for years, have we?
Oh, Lisa, come off. We haven't had bad. No, we haven't had. Last winter wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. We stayed in near enough, like top single digits, and it wasn't cold at all like that. It wasn't cold like that. Yeah, it wasn't cold like that. And the year before, I forget, but they're saying this year, what are they saying? The big freeze, and then, the governments, give for the cost of living, shouts out to the UK government. Because bills have gone up, so throughout the year, they drop money. They give you like 300 quid or whatever.
Yeah, but old people, they feel the cold more than us. So I do think that if anyone should get an allowance, it should be older people.
Yeah, and that's what they've been doing.
What they've done for the country in terms of like they've worked their nuts off, they've got their pension and everything, and they tend to live for their pension. Some of their money has to be topped up by the government. So I think they should be getting more allowances than, you know, anyone else.
Who, the elderly?
Elderly, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, hang on. I thought I could do Lisa on here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hang on. Yeah.
Lady Chann, I'm going to have to drop off in a minute.
No, we're going together. We're going all together. The show's over. Yeah, so let's all sign
What
out
do y'all use, together. Oil, heat, or electric?
Say that, sis?
Oil, heat, or electric heat? Oil, gas, or electric?
For who?
Depends. No, I think if you live in a house, if you live in a house, it's gas. It's central heating. Gas, central heating.
Central. It's central.
Okay.
Flat electric.
Mine's not. Yeah, central air. Ours are central air. Our heating is central. You know, like how like in America you have central AC or whatever. No, we have central heat. Yeah, so it's throughout the whole house.
Yeah. But you know, I think
it comes on in every room. You can turn it off with the radiator, but is it oil or is it? Well, mine. Mine's everything of mine's electric, Lisa. Mine's electric. How mine's ran. Some people's mainly it should be gas and everything, but mine's electric. My apartment's only electric. Only runs on electric. The cooker.
You know, in England,
I prefer gas.
A lot of new build flats.
Yeah,
they always use they're electric, but houses is central heating for gas.
Yeah, usually it's central heating. Yeah, but now now it's all electric, and it's just like okay.
Electric heating is more expensive than gas, I think.
I think so.
Hell yeah,
it is, isn't it? Because because we use everything we use is electric. Everything in your house is electric. So if I've got to cook, it's electric. Your fridge is electric. Your lights are electric. You know what I mean? Like everything's electric. So I don't know.
It's electric, like that song.
Yeah, it's electric. It's electric. Everything's fucking electric, love. So I would like to. There's no gas in the building. There's no gas here, mate. But I do prefer gas cookers. I do like a flame to cook on. I prefer a flame to cook on, because if the electricity goes off, if there's an electric power cut, you can't cook. At least with gas, you can still heat yourself up. You can still cook. Do you know what I mean? So,
you know what it is though, is that a lot of modern cookers in the UK, they're all electric now.
Say that again. Yeah, they're all electric, aren't they?
Yeah.
I know. If I could have gas cooker, I would any day of the week. Kenny, I live in a flat. It's gas these days. Oh no, mine. I don't know here, Dr. P. I don't know. I don't know what everybody else's house is. I'm just saying what here. I was shocked when I moved in here that everything was electric. I was like, what? No gas? Like, no. Yes, no. It works all very well, mind you, though. But I mean, I just I've never been anywhere.
Built into the month.
You could choose. You could have gas or and electric. Yeah, I mean, but that was in Leighton, and it's older. It's an older building. I don't know. It's different. Maybe they've started to. Who knows? But actually, I can let you Suze go, because I'm going to finish off doing my call outs and all that, and you lot don't have to be here for that. So Kenny Ken. Lisa Bales, tell them where they can find you, sis, if you want them to find you. I thank you for coming on, sis, and being the third person on the phone. It was appreciative as well. You can always come and do that. It's all good. Thank you. Conversation.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Great show. I'm not a content creator, so you know, I'm around.
She around. If you know, you know.
I'm sounding a bit like Ruby Wax.
Huh? Say that again.
I'm sounding a bit like Ruby Wax.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, Ruby Wax.
Yeah. I'll be on Twitter, though. I'll be on Twitter.
She has red hair as well. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. She's on Twitter as well. Lisa Bales. You just type her in. When she's there, you'll find her. You know, doing God's work. Prayers up. I'm just trying to do God's work.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, thank you, sis. I love you, and thank you for joining
All
me.
right.
Okay,
Love
sis.
you. So I'm going to hang up and let y'all finish up.
Thank you,
See
sis.
you later.
All right. Take care, Kenny.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Lisa Bells has left the building. Kenny Ken, you're next, and then there was two. Ruby Wax had red hair as well, didn't she, Kenny Ken?
Yeah, it's funny. She didn't make it in her native country, but in England, we thought she was funny.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, we thought she was hilarious.
I'm in the club as well. But I didn't find them particularly amusing, but I'm on Twitter at KennyKen1972. But as you know, I have more engagement on Instagram, which I think I enjoy more because I do a lot of football and boxing content.
Yeah,
and also
so
that's more interaction. Twitter.
Did we not beat ya? Did we not thrash ya? Who won?
No,
hang on, no. Chelsea beat Totty.
No one. Arsenal, not Tottenham. Sorry.
Yeah. I know. We beat Totty 4-1 in the Bundesliga. You're next.
No, we've already played you and we drew 2-2.
Yeah,
you should have thrashed us.
Oh, yeah, you haven't, yeah. And you beat us.
Yeah. No, it's 2-2. We drew with you at your ground.
It was a draw. No, I didn't know that then. I wasn't aware of that. So that means you didn't beat us. We didn't beat you. The draw was in the Booties. But that means you didn't beat us. So, really, you lost in the Booties. You can't say you beat us, at least at this time. Chelsea's not doing the greatest anyway. So, I just do it to wind people up. I don't really care that much like I used to. Honestly, I used to be crying and everything. I've bad out. So it's all good. So we can find you on Instagram at KennyKen1972 and Twitter as well. Kenny, we do have bants. I don't know why you don't include yourself much on the bants and Twitter, because we go. There's a lot of feuding in there.
Twitter. I've been burnt by Twitter. There's too many grasses in Twitter. And and the people on there are just so self-indulgent and horrible. And I don't really want to be seeing. With us
mere mortals. I get it.
No, it's not that. I don't want to be seeing any politics on there. I don't want to hear about certain things. I don't want to see the scenes I saw at the weekend all over my Twitter.
Yeah, I just post and go, mate. I
don't post at all. That's I don't want to be in a situation where people ask me which side am I on. I'd rather go Instagram where I'm free for that sort of behaviour.
Yeah.
You know, don't you?
Yeah, I know what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget it. Don't get it. Yeah, no, that's why I just post and go. I've seen it's a very cesspool over there, I know, and it's just like,
you know what?
Woo!
If can you imagine we had social media in the 80s and 70s, we would have had a really unpleasant place to live in. And right now, it's not particularly pleasant. But we've got to remember one thing: social media is not a bearing on what happens outside, and we've got to remember that it's just.
Oh no, people don't fucking get it. I know, but we got. Don't worry, Ken. We leave them to it.
As the song says, let the children play. Let the children play.
Let the children play, exactly. Let them run along and play. Yeah. We do what the grown-ups do and act accordingly sometimes. Anyway, for me.
I've got to go. I'll see you soon. See everyone.
Love you.
Bye.
See you next love. See you later, Kenny Ken.
Yeah, bye.
Kenny Ken has left the borders. Yes, we try to wrap it up really nice and tidy. I don't try to overextend and stay on too long, Lulo, when I used to do the 9-hour lives. It's not that beneficial, to be honest, guys. I do appreciate when you guys come over and hang with little old me. We do have a guest on Wednesday, though, so let me do the members only roll call. That was bad, wasn't it? Is that better? Okay. I need to do that then. Can we get... we need to be... Oh, we need to be going up. Come on. We need to be going up, subscribers. Let's get them up. We want to hit a 5,000 in the next couple of months. Come on, we're nearly there. Come on. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that poxy YouTube terminology. You know, I hate actually saying, but, you know, let's do it. Let's get to the members only roll call. Yeah, we're going to have some... I always keep telling you, you lot don't believe me, so y'all stay where y'all stay, and you know. Yeah, we've got some... Okay, so let's go. Me. Larry Liston in the booty. Nino the Prophet in the booty. Nicholas Parra in the booty. S.A. in the booty. Mr. Pads in the booty. Donald Banks DB in the booty. Lisa, the Queen, Lisa Bale, thank you for joining me on the panel, sister. In the booty. Zara K in the booty. Nesta Bedford, what up, Nez? In the booties. James RUGG in the booties. What up, blood? What up, gangster? Blood don't come around no more. I don't know. I got my thoughts. You know, some other people come in, some people come out, but he's still a member, and it'd be nice sometimes to see him physically here, like I'm always physically at his shows. Anyway, blood. Boxing documentaries. Go out and check him out. Retro boxing and documentaries. He has some silly, when I say silly, sick documentaries. Con Shaunery. I haven't seen you. I see you over there. Ricky Ricardo, mi hermano. You lot pay don't come around. You lot are wild. How are you pay? I appreciate it. Stephen T. Where have you been, Steve? The bright side, ain't seen him in a minute, still keeps playing, but shouts out to y'all in the booty scene. My sister, the Queen, Harlem's finest, art to the left, in the booty scene. D-Style Boxing, mi hermano, in the booty scene. AJ all day, miss you, AJ, in the booty scene. Charlo, in the booty scene. I know Charlo's there, and I love you, Charlo. King TJ, oh yeah, we will be doing for King Thomas Jones, TJ, who passed last year. We are going to, my bad, it's either early this year or last year, which, so we're going to be doing a fundraiser, all donations going to his wife. We're going to be doing that for the Americans' Thanksgiving. So that's going to be, watch out for the community tab, because that's going to be like, I think their Thanksgiving is like November 23rd. So I guess we'll do it maybe a day before, maybe a day after. I'm not sure. I'll speak to my American friends and see when's the best time where, you know, because people spend time with their family. You don't want to intervene, but, you know, you want to make it a holiday thing for my guy, R.I.P. King TJ. We love you. Upload type el primero. Ya tú sabes. En el edificio. And last but not least, thank you for your donations as well. Wales' finest, Dr. P and Mrs. P in the booties. That's right. Yeah, so you guys, it's been fun. On Wednesday, we will be back. Gerard, thank you for the donations. Dee, thank you for the donations. And Dr. P, thank you for the donations. I will be back on Wednesday. We will be having Trainer of the Year a good couple of times to one of our Hall of Famers here. So we will be having Hall of Famer, he'll be inducted soon, trainer, Jack Mosley. Yeah, so we're going to be speaking to Jack Mosley, who I fucking love because, you know, he's given us a great fight. He's a hell of a fighter. He's a 5-star fighter in Sugar Shane Mosley. So, you know, we've had Shane, we've had the son, Mosley Jr., and now we're going to have the father. Come on. Yeah. So, you know, yeah, so that's what we are going to be doing coming up. That will be on Wednesday. Also, I am having a Lady Chann Christmas party. I had a great, successful Lady Chann birthday party, who I shared with Shane Mosley. We had an amazing time. show. Let's do it for Christmas. So there's a Christmas party in the Buddhism. Yeah, so I can't wait. But I'll put out the links and that. You guys can even, if you're, get tickets and come and party with Lady Chann for December the 17th in a nice, swanky place down in London. Lots of nice things coming up. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. I'm always jolly at this minute. So come and enjoy the jolliness with so yeah, it was December 12th. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so it was just on the edge of last year. TJ, man. God, I know. I get the lump in the throat, man. I just can't even believe it. Yeah, I just can't believe it. But he is looking down and making sure he's still modding from up above. I know TJ. He yeah, she's doing all right still. Yeah. Yeah, Jack Mosley. Yeah. So, so some other stuff coming up. So, yeah, guys, I have been on here for 1 hour and 56 minutes. You know how I do. I tell the truth. I tell nothing but the truth. So help me, God.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Because knowledge is what?
Knowledge is key.
Right for Guan, I'll say it for Guan. Yeah.
So if it Guan, not bother say nothing because nothing not got Guan. Lock off your eyes, cock me, make you cough.
Them no like, we win a like them.
Them not like me, some me not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Worst raised man, wanna inform up, fun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's floppy flight.
Please check out all the playlists. We have the Hall of Fame playlist. We have the Sons of Legends playlist. Oh, yeah, we do. Rescheduled in for Steve Cunningham Jr. as well. We have the Lady Chann Sits Down and Talks too. The plethora of guests that I've been blessed that come on the show and many more confirmed. And to be confirmed, it's crazy. My head is actually buzzing, darling. It's buzzing. But, yeah, so check out all the playlists. You also check out, what I do my day job. I'm actually an artist, So, it's two things we do, music and boxing that we love. So check out my music videos, some new ones and stuff added to the playlist. Yeah, so there's going to be some, those that do love the BBC One, Radio 1 freestyle, I will be back. Radio 1 has invited me to come right back in and do another freestyle with Sound of the Sir. Shouts out to my guy, Sir Spyro. Top, beer shot, no shot, Teddy Brock shot, Wallin. That's right. That's what we do and that's what we do. So I shall be back in the BBC studios causing a fatality.
Fatality.
Bars of flame in the Buddhism. Yeah. But we're here to deal with stats, facts, and data as well.
I have opinions just like anyone else. You got opinions. But unlike what you're doing is I bring facts, data, statistics, things you can go look up yourself.
Godfather in the Buddhism. We do have the Anthony Joshua and the Deontay Wilder resume and deep dive currently active. Please go and check out the first part. We will be doing the second part at this point. I think this week, just to see how this week goes as well. But please also check out the Rewatch and Point Score playlist that we also do have, where we rewatch and point score close and controversial fights.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm.
Shouts out to Radio Raheem as well in the Buddhism. was like, what?
What you talking about, mister? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Manny? What you talking about, Dad? What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Wilder? I know, Raheem, I know. Anyway, guys, you know I am that bitch. Always will be that bitch. I filled out the application. Did I do it by pen? Because I don't know I only use a pen like once a week, and if you see my handwriting, it is total trash. Because we spend most of our times typing on these little gadgets, don't we? But I am that bitch, always be that bitch, so acceptance is key, darling. I am the female Spengali.
It's hype, you suck at life, you don't want a round three. Worship the queen and you might pass. Keep it real, these chicks couldn't wipe my anyway, now let's go get Bulgari. I am the ultimate Bengali. These chickens can't even spell that. You hoes fucking repel that.
Recuerda, mi gente del mundo, mi gente de boxeo, recuerda. Estoy lista para ti, para todos, para mi gente del mundo. Siempre. Okay. That's what we do. Listos
pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
Shout out. Estoy lista siempre para ti, ¿sí? Okey-doke. So, guys, it has been amazing. I do have to let you have a little reminder. This is the weekly wrap-up shiggity word. Anyway, guys, you've been amazing. I shall see you on Wednesday. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey, your girl, it's Lady Chann, rep nonetheless. Come box with Shan. Gone. Oh my God, it was a good one today, wasn't it? Shout out to Kenny Ken. Shout out to Lisa Bales, who she never really does ever fail in the Buddhism. Gone. Bye-bye.
Lady Chann. Fight.
We ain't finished yet.
Style. I get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too fast. Work too hard just to get like this. Why would a nigga gon' act like that? Man, the shit too sad. Had to go and get the heart away. Man, I almost get my heart away. Gotta eat, won't start today. Cause a nigga ain't got time to waste. Gotta make another bad today. I could really let a tear fall. Still believing that my time is coming. On my knees and then I prayed for it. The sun gon' shine after the rainstorm. I've hidden all my pain and never showed as my trials and tribulations get recorded. When I've hidden all my pain up in these verses, I catch a vibe and turn into a poet. I've been traumatized from this paranoia. I got PTSD from this life I've been living, and I ain't crying by the hand life dealt me. I understood I can only play what I'm given. I killed Tato by a headshot. Got nightmares of his blood on. Got a shower and gone, I saw my dog get dropped. Fuck, I said to his mom's now. He was cooking dope, got a trap and serve. He was booming them bricks right up out of the kitchen. Was flipping birds and chopping heads off. Won't stop chasing, got a featherless chicken. You sat us down and touched our heads off. He was hard-headed, no, he didn't want to listen. I didn't think it all go down bad. Last drop, gotta do one more mission. I couldn't imagine living like how I live. My apartment leased out and still paying rent. So I'm on a mission just to run up a check. Cause I'm having dreams of a white picket fence. I didn't buy a single thing that they sold me. They tried to sell it cause they knew I was broken. They're celebrating, popping bottles of Moe. And now my heart is drifting out to get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. I can't go out like that. I'm staying in my lane, but I need to slow down cause life moving too fast. I hope I just don't crash. Them crackers on my ass. If I pop another Eddie and I pull another fold, then a nigga might just not last. That's a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done ended this. Yeah. Don't know what your intentions. Don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah. I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the racks and I'm selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta go. But I gotta go harder, do it for all the things that I never can have. Fuck the old bitch, I was fucking who got in the way and almost made me fumble the bag. This new chick I got, she don't get in the way. Our connection like Wi-Fi with no strings attached. And I can't wait to get her home out of them clothes, cause little Shawty too fine to fuck. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some head, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay. Cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. If you keep it 100, I got you, baby. Is this gonna be forever or temporary? All this shit going on got you going crazy. Promise to be the rock of your foundation, but I need you right now and I can't wait. I just need me some head, had a long day. But to me, baby, that's just some foreplay. Cause right after you know that I'm going crazy. That's a whole nother part of me. Look at how you done ended things. Yeah. Don't know what your intentions. Don't know what you even saw in me. Yeah. I'm chasing the bag and I'm still chasing more. Running the racks up and selling up dope. Spend time with you, I ain't spending no more. Cause as soon as I wake up, then I gotta get a brand new bitch and get a brand new bag. Can't go out too bad. Work too hard just to get like this. Why would a nigga gon' act like that? Man, the shit too sad. Had to go and get the heart away. Man, I almost get my heart away. Gotta eat, won't starve today.